Grand Rising, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful family tribe. Good morning. I hope everybody had a beautiful yesterday. Alright, but some people didn't. Some people didn't. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, y'all. In the neighborhood. Thank you, Spirit, guides, and ancestors. Please allow me to channel these messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rise. If you are Christ-like before a Virgo, thank you for tuning in. All right. Oh, we got in the feelings in the reverse. Somebody thought you was going to be in your feelings, but they in theirs. Okay. Early this morning. I am so happy. I don't celebrate it because it's a day between me and my ex-husband and he passed on. So I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. But I'm glad for those who do. Because I sure was out there last night making that money. Yes. Oh, somebody got in and got in and got in and got in. What? And somebody in their feelings got to be more careful. Got bank failure. Somebody went to the bank and got a no. Somebody went to the bank and got a no. What? What? All right, y'all. Again, thank you for tuning in. Please hit the like button when you come in. Subscribe. Hey, Heidi and Trinity and Leah. All right, let's see. Everything is here. Where's here? All right. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. These are past, present, and later messages. All right. These are indirect and direct messages. So if you in the message, that's direct. If you are messages around you and there's people doing shit and it's not directly you, that means it's indirect. So again, take what resonates and leave the rest. Ooh, something is beautiful. All right, something is being transformed, reborn, rebirthed. Oh, I love it. I'm going to have to keep that energy. I love that. That's beautiful. Virgo, you coming out of your cocoon? You coming out your cocoon? Okay. It says this transformation isn't easy, but it is necessary. Embrace the changes that lead you to your highest self. Not your higher, your highest. Woo. Virgo, you coming out your cocoon. Look at you. Look at you. Okay. On Valentine's Day after Valentine's Day. On this Valentine's weekend. I'm loving it. Okay, y'all. It says everything is here. It says embrace the spiritual belief that everything is already existing or has existence in it, in the now and here. Live the present moment and be grateful for what you have. Okay. All right. So some of y'all, somebody's in their feelings. Maybe you, but I ain't getting that. I'm getting a Leo Virgo. Somebody may be in their feelings. Somebody may not be happy. So let me get this message from Spirit and see what we got. I love that. That's beautiful. That transformation is off the chain. Did some of y'all grow yesterday? Did some of y'all hit that awakening like, bow? You know what I'm saying? Did you wake up with the, I got that feeling, that Jane Brown? Did you wake up with that Jane Brown? Shit. That what it looked like? Y'all woke up with some Jane Brown. You got that feeling. I'm liking that energy, honey. I'm liking that 100%. I woke up this morning prioritizing. I seem to see somewhere along the way I got thrown off a schedule, probably like this last week or two. Got to get back on my schedule. Like, I don't know. Somewhere along the way, I think I got a little free. Yeah, and I like it. But I'm able to look at some things in a different perspective. I'll tell you different, yes. I feel like I did my own new beginning with myself. What? Did I go through the transformation? I don't know. Let's see. All right, Spirit. Please give me a message for Virgo this morning. Oh, we got 2. Okay, and in the reverse we have, it's time to play. All right, so somebody may be all work, no play. Excuse me. Could be time for you to go out and have a little fun in the sun, Virgo. Just a little bit. Because yesterday I walked Joe. Yeah, see? Time for you to go out with your loyal, real friend. You feel me? There's some loyalty. I'll take you and the kids out. Go throw the little frisbee thing. It's raining. It's raining. Some money coming. Says it's a trust in the divine purpose. This is an experience that has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on the path of growth. Okay, yeah, see? Go ahead, Virgo. Okay. I like that. I love this energy, honey. This right here. But you got somebody in your feelings because you growing. You manifesting. It ain't even about the money. It's just the fact that you growing. Somebody tried to use somebody's card and that shit say, yeah, no. Somebody tried to go to the bank. He told me, yeah, no. Yeah, see that, boo-boo? You did. I'm so proud to hear you say that. Ooh. Because I know I enjoyed yesterday. It says you are the perfect energetic. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting your miracles. You are wishes to be fulfilled. Okay. You may need to make a wish, Virgo. I forgot to do my shoulders, y'all. I told y'all you got to stretch the muscles out so that money can come, honey. Gotta get it open. All right, so let me see what we got over here. We got the magical moment. Embrace it. You finna be shining like the light. It's a lot that's finna come in, Virgo. A lot. Whew, congratulations. Okay, so let's see what we got right now. Somebody in their feelings because everything for you is fine. Okay. Or everything for you is right here. Yeah, this Leo. You in your courage. You in your strength. You in your power confirmation. Yeah, you got a Libra, Scorpio cusp. Could be October Libra. Or better yet, things are just balancing out because of this ending. Things are in motion. Yeah, and you are patiently going through some things. But on this Sagittarius energy, that person in their feelings. Scorpio in their feelings. Leo, Virgo in their feelings. This is a Leo with Virgo in the chart. Because it's not on. It's like, it could be a Leo, Virgo in their feelings. But it's a Leo with Virgo in the chart. Yeah. Could be vice versa. And again, it could be a Leo, Virgo. It could be a Leo ascending and it's a Virgo. Could be a Virgo with Leo moon. Because this is a moon side. But whatever it is, or whoever it is, they are in their feelings. Because someone wanted a new beginning. Somebody may have had a baby. Somebody may be pregnant. Okay. With a fire sign. You could be with a Scorpio Sagittarius. Yeah, a Scorpio could have a new beginning going on with a Sag. What? Or a Scorpio could have a new beginning going on with an Aquarius. A Capricorn Aquarius. This is some type of spiritual beginning too. At least somebody's expecting this. You see that? Expecting this. They ain't saying it's taking place yet. Because y'all, yesterday reading was off the chain for me. You got a whole person that's coming into your life because someone else threw you off a time frame. Man. So if you being distracted and trying to get things back in order, that's because that person is on the way. Yeah, you're going to know because it's going to be some type of Arctic blast. Like, it's going to get really, really, really cold. I can't remember if this was in the reverse or yet. This was in the reverse. This is how this, I think this is how this person passed. Hold on. Yeah, they're going to be slandering. It's going to be your name. Your name went through hell yesterday. I don't know who, but I'm telling you. Your name went through hell. This is says child is the identity. So this could be you. Okay, this could be the baby daddy, baby mama type shit. And yeah, somebody died because whoever the person is that's coming in, this gonna be, let me tell you something. I don't know. That reading yesterday was just, I thought about that reading all day. There is a brand new friend. He's not a lover. Can't turn into that. But I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta go to it because a lot of y'all don't know about what happened. I don't know if y'all went and looked at the reading or not, but I'm gonna say something about this one because honey, let me tell you something. There is a masculine, could be a feminine. I don't know. Could be both. This told me yesterday. It says some lessons that you all have learned. I'm sorry. Yeah, that you all have learned has been written before you arrived, which means if you were born in the 70s or early 80s, late 60s, hell, I'm gonna even say the 50s. There is somebody you were supposed to be with and met, but you didn't. You and this person went through 1, 2, 3, 4 life cycles. 4 different times. And you don't even know this person. But this person and you have some type of contract. Y'all have a contract together. Okay? And this person is coming in now because they taught you some lessons in those 4 times. You were a child. Yeah, you was a slave. You was a slave to somebody. Yeah, some of y'all were like a concubine. Yeah, because I wish I could show you the cards, man. That shit that freaked me out. But you were a child. Yeah, right here. And you became an adolescent with this person. I don't know, and this person really came in to show you true love. But instead, you met 2 times. For some of y'all that's been back and forth with your ex, whichever ex it is, I don't give a fuck if it's a friend, a lover, could be a family member. This person is not that person. Baby, let me tell you something. That's why this new beginning, it feels so different. This transformation right here, this transformation ain't finna be like your transformation. This is why I said your highest, not your higher self, your highest self. Like, man, listen, this person, is coming to make sure that the new beginning that you do, the transformation that you do, that's why I say you got to embrace it. The one you do, baby, let me tell you something. I don't want to hear about I don't want to be with that person. This ain't even the person that you know. This person wasn't even around when you was born. You wasn't even fucking born. This person is either 4 years to 8 older than you, because 4 of these years, this is 4 life cycles. This is 4 different life cycles. You was a fucking kid, a little kid. This person was about 15 when you was a kid. Okay, maybe 4, maybe 8 years. Either this person's gonna be extremely older than you or extremely younger than you. Like if you got adult kids, this person gonna be around that age. Or you are around that age. You know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna be older. But whenever this person comes in, this person is coming in to bring you a true purpose. This person done taught you. Yeah, okay, so let me do it like this. Okay, so if you went through a lot of slander, and I mean a lot, this is a whole like maybe 4, 5 decades of slander. This person taught you as a child. You see that shit? As a child. What is it? As a child. Your identity was a kid. Okay? The lesson this person taught you as a child was to be accountable for your actions. Okay? That's one thing that this person taught you. Okay? But and this was in the time frame of the Viking age. So you was way back there. Okay? In some type of timeline. Yeah. Now, this person, let me see how they passed. He died because his heart was broken. Okay? That's the first thing. That's this. Okay? That's this. Because you were a child. So I'm going to take it in one of these lifetimes. This was either your father, your uncle, your grandfather, or a brother. Okay? Because you were a child. Remember that. And the whole thing was to get you or give you a brand new beginning. All right? So when this person was coming in and out your life, you never met this person as an adult. You didn't get a chance to do that because you were a teenager when they came to you. All right? So remember, you were a child, you were enslaved, you were somebody's concubine. So let me throw it to you like this. So if you was a person that at any point in time was okay with doing threesomes, or somebody brought that shit to you, or, if you was a quote unquote hot in the ass teenage girl, okay, or you could be easily manipulated, or if you was a dude and you was doing things to impress a girl to make sure that your A's and B's match, or you was easily to get coochie, or you love on first sight type person, man or woman. If you was a love at first sight type person, then you was enslaved, which means you was always able to be manipulated. Shit, black magic was your best friend, goddamn. People did black magic on you so much that you became the damn magic. You feel me? You became the magician in that essence. This is why you had to embrace. This is why you got a butterfly and a cocoon. Because now this is you. This is your highest self coming, evolving, changing, rearranging. You understand what I'm saying? You got a whole different type of purpose. And and somebody is you should be having right now during this year, since it's been in, you should be having a whole bunch of destructions. Motherfuckers coming in throwing a bomb on you, feel me? Like you may be trying to do one thing, getting a job, trying to keep your place to stay, money funny. You got that money right here 1 minute, that shit on the floor the next. Like you went from having a whole bunch of money in the bank to having no fucking money in the bank type energy, I'm telling you. So now, dude got to come back. Because he see that there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of, oh, I'm trying. And all you got is, I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? Yes, when I say major shot, we on a major change. Like this change has been that's why I keep saying Aqua. Aquarius is a beautiful change. Uranus is the planet of change all the time. So the situation is, and you got the fool card. You see right there? Fool. We felt like fools a lot. So you are a fucking self. Listen to me. You got motherfuckers feeling like you a whole bomb. You a bomb. And I'm not talking about no goddamn, you walking around talking about give me some change. You a fucking bomb. You are an explosion waiting to fucking happen because you so powerful. This is wow. Listen. Somebody at one point, you was like a helpless maiden. So some of y'all might feel that shit right now. Whereas you feel like your hands against the wall, your back against the wall, like your hands are tied, like you've been going to do, and you ain't really been getting no negative result at it. You just ain't been getting nowhere with it. You feel me? Like example, let me show you something. I have applied for 4 apartment complexes. I have gotten approved since November. But where I'm going to say, I guess I ain't supposed to live in those areas. Because I get approved that they'll tell me they got the apartment, then they don't have one till like 2 or 4 months later. Hear me out, 2 or 4 months later. How the fuck that is when I apply for an apartment that you got me to apply for that's on your website, and all of a sudden that motherfucker is taken, but it's 2 or 4 months later. But when you look on the website, it shows all these other apartments that's available. So to me, God said, nah, that ain't where I want you to go. So this is what I'm telling you. That's why it says everything is here. Wherever here is, you got somebody so deep in their goddamn feelings that they are looking at you go through a divine purpose. You are a fucking bomb. Like just waiting to explode. You understand what I'm saying? I went yesterday. Nice apartments yesterday, y'all. Shot it. I promise you, but I didn't know that. I guess the motherfucking flip over, the turnover rate for apartments is hell. But it was a whole new group of people when I went there. And he went from telling me at first, you could apply for the apartment without the admin fee. Because they said they were going to start people to start doing that. You were just going to start applying for the application. You feel me? And you could get your money back off the application if you were denied. But I was not denied because I never put the $250 in. But as I was walking through the apartment, I was asking the man questions. And it just seemed like this wasn't for me. You feel me? It felt like this wasn't for me. And then, boom. Some just was like, no. As I was riding last night, y'all, I was doing Uber Eats, and it was, when I tell you the money was off the chain. If I could have just did Uber, I would have probably made a goddamn $1,000 or $2,000. But I didn't do Uber because, last night I don't, it's the energy for me. The people, you feel me? I ain't trying to do all that. I don't want your lovey-dovey type shit. I ain't trying to see all that shit. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But it was the new beginnings. They were everywhere. Everywhere. And when came back, I came back and then I did this part of the reading again. Then Joe, my dog, he wants to talk in the reading. Because I was elaborating what the dude was saying he was going to do when he came back. See, he was under this impression. Let me show y'all something. Because this motherfucker, him, I don't know who y'all dealing with. But he was under the impression this was what he was going to come back and do this right here. See, whoever the girl is, she is, when I say she is up motherfucking set, she is so obsessed. You see his little picture on the back of the phone? She got all his lovers, whoever he slept with, and point in time, on her wall. What the fuck is wrong with you? How the fuck are you with your feelings? Oh, my bad. I ain't even got there yet. Hold on. I'm gonna get there, but I'm finna tell you. So, this was the thing, and I was tripping off of it. Because the girl, she is literally looking for this man shit online and is blocked. He is looking for, some of y'all have blocked these people completely out of everything. They are looking to see if you done unblocked them. This shit here is what? So, again, she checking. And all she keep getting is this unblocked. Well, goddamn. So now she pissed the fuck off. That's why she in her feelings first thing in the goddamn morning. We ain't even say, hey, how you doing to nobody. And you talking about your motherfucking feelings. You see what I'm talking about? Bitch, what's wrong? She texting like hell to this man. And he right behind her. You see that shit? Last night, she was texting hell like that, man. You see that shit? And he right there with another bitch. That's what I'm... So... And he done cut off his location. That's why that shit say, yeah, no. Stop motherfucking playing. We're gonna get into this, okay? But this is why Buddy coming back. Buddy taught you some lessons that has not hit me good when I said this shit. Buddy done taught you some lessons that were written before you were born. So just think about it. You was in the womb learning how to be motherfucking accountable for some shit. You was in the womb, goddamn, going through being a slave. You were in the womb. When you got here, everything was here. Everything was here. Everything was here. When your mama and daddy had you, everything was here. It was already here. You see what I'm saying? You was born with so much passion and desire. You know what I mean? I hear that song, Fire and Desire. Babe, see, your hot and your cold was you, your masculine energy and your feminine energy. Yeah. So now, when you done got up in the world a little bit right here with this romance, I hear him. Fire and desire. And see, the thing about this, you never slept with this person. You have never slept with this person. There was no relationship. There was no sexual encounter. There was no doing the nasty. See what I'm talking about? At all. At all. So why? Because your folks got to you before then. I'm in a reading. Hello? I'm in a reading. So call me back. So, my bad, y'all. But there is going to be some type of disturbance. See, destroy at the top. Somebody came in. He's coming in because the motherfucker trying to destroy you. That's crazy. Somebody's coming in trying to cause a self-destruction. Before you just snap. He coming in. Coming in. He's coming in because on this self-destruction, you got somewhere along the way, the person that you was dealing with or loving or nurturing or caring for, that person gave you what is called star-crossed love. Star-crossed love. That person gave you love that they processed to eliminate. It was understandable a little bit, but it's like this person didn't understand why the love was like that. That's why I keep hearing that fire and desire. When this person lay eyes on you, it was pain before pleasure. You feel me? But they knew they had to have you because you were the one. Your aura was so bright that you were the one. And you, man or woman, you had to, this person was so stuck. But see, they knew they were so unaligned. They knew that they was off. They knew their little chakras was off. They didn't understand it, but they knew something wasn't right about them. They knew their emotions was kind of everywhere. They knew it. That's why it says sabotage. You know what I'm saying? They knew it. Confirmation. So now that you done made, see, at the beginning, you made a fool of them. Why? Because they fell in love with you. Because they fell in love with you. They felt like a fool. It's driving me crazy. Still in love. Yeah, they still in love with you. They over here with goddamn Lucy Lou and goddamn Bob the Builder trying to build some shit, and it ain't working that way. Bob the Builder don't know what the fuck to build, and Lucy Lou don't know how to do nothing but ride in the car. So you with them up, yeah, see, they knew you was the person that was true love. And then they got stuck with you. And then they got stuck with all the things that you came about, you did, you loved, you nurtured, you cared, you were responsible. Hell, some of them made you homeless. You didn't understand why. Some of them, you know what I'm saying? And you fucked around. And some of y'all had a good romance, because romance is at the bottom. You had a good romance. Some of y'all had some fucked up moments. And some of y'all could be in a relationship like right now. You see what I'm saying? Some of y'all, this is what you went through. Before you got, if you in a relationship with anybody, take this as it resonates. If you know you already went through this, and everybody been through it, so don't stick that up there talking about you love your man. I never said you don't. I never said you don't. I never said he didn't love you. But my point is, this particular person is coming into your life to structurize something you got done to you before you got your man. You know what I'm saying? You was with somebody who you thought was the bomb with you. You got kids with this person. You know what I'm saying? Before you got where you at right now, when you was 20-something, you was with goddamn Bartholomew the Great, because he thought he was the greatest shit ever happening. He was probably a Leo, a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, a Scorpio, or a goddamn Aries. Could be a water, fire, or another earth sign. But it don't matter. Whoever you was with, woman or man, did not know themselves because you didn't know yourself. You went on a smooth journey where you was cross love, where you met a little true love, and then the true love came because you realized that somewhere along the way, you was tired. You got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And some of y'all still want this person, you know what I'm saying, because of the intimate part of your relationship. Whether it's the sex intimacy, the conversation intimacy, or the overall of this person's presence. Because a lot of people just like the fact that this person's around them. They don't want to be alone. A lot of people just ain't got to the part of, I don't want to be alone. You see what I'm saying? Some people ain't found out that that's a beautiful motherfucking place to be in your life sometimes. Alone. Where you find yourself, regroup yourself, get yourself together, let go of whoever pulling, grabbing, and snatching. You understand what I'm saying? This is why your ass is a bum. You're a bomb. You're an explosive fucking bomb. Why? Because it takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. That's the first thing. You see it right there? Fool. It takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. Woo! So now, and it's funny you ask that. Oh my God, yes, that person is coming to either give you this person, become that person, or show you that person. Remember, I told y'all months and months and months and months, probably last year, I've been telling you this for months. God is sending somebody in to walk with you. You see what I'm saying? You got to go through the heartbreak. Still, a lot of y'all ain't even went through the star-crossed love yet. A lot of y'all it ain't even touched you because you so fucking young. Some of y'all still in your 30s. Some of y'all still late 20s. You see what I'm saying? Early 35, 40s. Early 40s. Some of y'all, it ain't even smacked the core cup. You ain't even got there yet. This is why he's coming in different time frames. This is why he's coming in different angles. Because some of y'all, you got to get here. You got to get here. Some of y'all still mad at these people. Some of y'all still hold grudges at folks. Some of y'all don't know, and can't understand why you still like this person. Some of y'all don't know that yesterday was a horrible day for a motherfucker. Some of y'all goddamn don't understand somebody in their feelings because somebody want a new beginning with you. See, yours is finna come, Deborah. Yours is finna come. Yours is finna come. You may love whoever you with. Right now, you might be with Brian the Builder. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. Brian the Builder is either older than you or younger than you. You understand what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about the Builder. He could be 3 years older than you. He can be 3 years younger than you. Remember, this man been there before you were born. The things that he taught you, some things has not been yet done by you because he couldn't finish them. Why? Because one of the ways he was a friend, he came into your life 2 times, but they killed him. They killed him. Okay? He died because teaching you how to be a companion. He was teaching you then how to be a companion, but they didn't like that. He was teaching you how to be passive and being in love with yourself. They didn't want that. So they tortured this man and killed him. That's one life, okay? This is why he couldn't teach you. This is where you was in one part of your life, you was taught love of convenience. So that means you got with somebody, like I just said, where along the way in your life, you got with somebody that all y'all were doing was fucking. All y'all were doing was fucking. It wasn't nothing real. You know, you call this nigga, he call you. Shit, we're gonna text. What's up? What you doing? Where you at? Type shit. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of energy right there. All right. So unrequited love, you ended up going through that so many fucking times that you couldn't keep count. There was no, oh, I got it. And the moment that you did think you got it, you didn't have it. So he came back and he tried to teach you. Hold on, that ain't the one. He tried to teach you the star-crossed love, but they didn't want that. So they started saying that he was traumatizing you or he was abusing you when he was not doing that. They didn't want him to teach you that. Why? Because that was going to teach you how to see the bigger picture to shit. So slowly your third eye was trying to open, but they was trying to keep that bitch closed because that meant that you was going to grow up a little bit faster than they wanted you to. And you was going to learn some shit a little bit knowledgeable than they was ready for you to do. Okay? So now, again, they in their motherfucking feelings because coming back meant they... Woo. You weren't supposed to be right here yet. You weren't supposed to be right here yet. But you kept getting there because every time he came, this was the fucking ultimate goal. He came several times. 1, 2, 3, 4. He came 4 times. You have had 4 lifetime experiences. He was never your lover. He was a friend. Let me see what he was. He was an older man. You probably had some older guy. You had a granddaddy that was always teaching you some shit, or you had an older uncle. You could have had a older friend. You could have had a pastor, a mentor, someone older. Hell, if you went to jail, you had an older woman in there telling you some shit that may have been beneficial to you. You see what I'm saying? You might have gotten into a car accident and somebody was just breaking down crying, and you had to go console that person because that person didn't know what the fuck to do because, oh my God, I done tore up my car and I hit your car. You see what I'm saying? Type shit. That's the energy that we got going on right now. Okay? So somewhere along the way, you either met somebody, either you was physically abused, because remember, he was trying to save you because you were a slave. So somewhere along the way, you met a dude that wanted to do threesomes. You might have wanted to do this. Somewhere along the way, a woman done hit on you. If you're a man, you in a same-sex relationship with a man. Or some of y'all, this is not everybody doing this shit, okay? I'm just telling you what may have came into you with the lessons that he brought while you was being born. Because I'm saying, born ain't just a motherfucker giving birth. You can't keep going through these births, rebirths. And every time you went through a rebirth, something new would take place. A change took place. You went from wearing a goddamn diaper to wearing some underwear type change. Okay? You went from sucking on a bottle to getting a cup type change. You went from 5th grade to the 6th grade change. You was constantly, rapidly changing. When it became, this person don't want to come smoke a blunt with you. Like a blunt was in her hand right there. This person smoked weed. But anywho, them chains. You could have been working like a fucking Hebrew slave when you became a teenager. You see what I'm saying? You could have had a job at McDonald's. Your first job could have been McDonald's or Burger King, Crystal's or Riley's or White Castle, whatever the fuck it is. You could have been working with somebody, like one of your parents. You see what I'm saying? Somewhere along the way, you were enslaved. And why? Because you were a child working. You see what I'm saying? You was having to take care of yourself at a very, very young age. So when you became the prisoner of war, which means you stayed fighting, you was always trying and having to defend yourself, always trying to goddamn explain yourself to somebody. No, I didn't do that. Somebody blaming you for some shit you didn't do. You have always been enslaved. Somebody always trying to either take advantage of you. RAP you, molest you. You see what I'm saying? All of this was what he was trying to prevent when you was being enslaved. When motherfuckers was trying to make you do what you didn't want to do. Pushing you in cars or making you be trafficking. They didn't even have that shit, that word back then. But they were snatching and grabbing on kids. Making kids do this. You know what I'm saying? Your little stupid ass friend telling you to do X, Y, and Z because it sound good. Somebody bringing some fast money schemes to you that did not work. Somebody doing them check frauds. Somebody doing money laundering. Somebody doing all of this shit. You were slaved to it because it was a manipulation of black magic. But now, he's coming because he's expecting you to get a new beginning. Brand new beginning. You got to get it because everything is here. Everything is here. So now somebody is standing on the outside looking in. They are not aligned. No, they're not. They see that you got protection out the ass. This man has made sure that you was protected while he was coming. He made sure that you was protected while he coming. And see, half of y'all, some of y'all, majority of y'all still working. You trying to figure out some shit. You trying to get it going on. You still waiting to see if There's an answer from somebody. Somebody wants you to give them an answer. You want somebody to give you an answer. Meaning there is some type of closure that you need to get. Some type of, I don't know where I stand. I don't know my purpose as energy. And it's okay that you don't know, because some of y'all didn't get, let me see what the other one is. Some of y'all Some of y'all don't see the bigger picture. Okay, so that lesson did not get hit by you. You did not grasp that picture till you got by 40, 50 years old. For some of y'all, y'all done started, the shit done started to unravel till you stop having sex. Period. When you stop having sex, then your eyes are going to start seeing shit, because now you don't have that intimate feel. You're not craving and wanting to be with somebody intimate, because now your energy is being cleared. Your energy is being cleared. So now the projection slows down. The hormonal, the hormonal balance stop being right there. Your pH balance stop being throw the fuck off. Men don't know, but they got a pH balance too. When your balls stank, you know what I mean? No offense. All right? No offense. When people be walking around talking about you got sweaty balls, your balls, yeah, no. That means no. Okay? So, when women got the little smell down there, when they thighs are scrubbing too much, and then the fluid coming out the cooch, okay? I'm trying to say that shit where it's not fucked up, but y'all know I'm fucked up. But anywho, this is happening to you because it was time for you to be broke. And that's what you were. Someone, which is this, oh, I'm in love ass person. How many times you was with this, oh, I'm in love ass person? Oh, I came back to fix us. Okay, get you pregnant. Oh, I came back to fix us. Or start a new beginning. And the new beginning is not a baby, a new beginning. You could have had thoughts and dreams and wishes, and this person came in and psyched you up. Well, baby, we're going to get this shit together. Let me help you. You might do music. You might be a teacher. You might be a nurse. You might be want to be a doctor. You might be want to just goddamn go to pharmacy school. Anything dealing with what you want to do. This person was saying that they were going to back you up. But the way backing you up was, he backed the fuck on up. She didn't know what the fuck to do with that. So now you sitting here trying to get your feelings together, your thoughts together, because now either you done got fired because this person's trying to make you feel like you got that energy. This person don't want to go to work. This person don't want to do that shit. So now you got a whole bunch of unprojected ass energy walking around making you be unaligned. You sad one moment, you depressed one moment, you're thinking stupid shit one moment, your emotions is over here, your emotions is down here. One minute you want to say thank you Lord, and next minute, God, why is this happening to me? I just was doing such. I ain't even got no money. Where's my rent money gonna come from? How am I gonna do this? Oh, I got faith. I'm gonna say it like this: faith without works is dead. So if you sitting here asking God to, and you don't give him time, you remember God's not on your time. He's on time all the time. He's on time. No matter how you look at it, what you think, this man is to embrace your faith. You are going to embrace, what is it, your accountability. All right, so in one of them lives, you were a sibling. All right, you see it right there, you was a sibling. And you were supposed to teach your sibling and you. He taught you leadership. So right now, if you that motherfucker that don't, it's hard for a motherfucker to tell you something and you do it. You know what I'm saying? If you realize in your life that you are a stigma and you never been a person that follows people. If you know you're not a follower, that shit don't sound right, let me process that shit before we go forward. Then you got one of the lessons. One of your lessons was to be a leader, to perform leadership, okay? But at that point, you were a sibling. When you finally got this here, they burned his ass up, okay? So if you the person that liked playing with fire when you was little, you see what I'm saying? Or you always was around fire, or you always like to do something with passion, then you got the lesson. You got the lesson. Now this other way, It's crazy because they kept thinking that this man was doing things to you because in one of your past lives, you had a physical limitation. So in this life, if you can't hear what for shit, if your vision is kind of thrown off, if you're walking, you need a cane, or if you got a condition that's anything physical that it limits you to doing shit, like, oh, your back fucked up, so that means you can't lift. You understand what I'm saying? That means that in where it go? Oh, my bad. Yeah, that means in that time frame that you had, that means you learned that lesson. When he came, it was 4 lifetimes. 4 lifetimes. You were a child, you were a sibling, you were you were somebody's fucking lover. Because this romance is right here. So now ice in order every time it was too cold for anything, you was learning a lesson. Every time one of your life path moments happened, it became cold in some type of way. It might have been like snow on the ground or hailing, sleeting. It was something that had made it dramatically cold. You know what I'm saying? You could have been one of them people, your iron level low. You always fucking cold. Something could have been going on with your blood. You could have had low blood. Okay? The last time this man passed away, he had hypothermia. Yeah. He died from being frozen to death because he kept trying to teach y'all how to be. You only had 4 lessons to learn by the time you got where you are right fucking now. And right now, he has to come in again because you all have a contract. So if you married to somebody, and I'm sorry, not gonna rule with that. If you are married to somebody and that person has passed, that's because you weren't supposed to be with them that long. If you got into relationships with people and y'all was trying to have a baby and you didn't, you weren't supposed to have a baby with that person because that wasn't your person. You was trying to lock in with somebody and maybe you got pregnant and the baby was born, stillborn, or the baby was born with a defect and still passed on later. You were not to have a child with that person. Or you could have took a timeline off if you had a child and that child had some type of defect and that child either lived to a certain age. I don't give a damn if that child was born and it died when it was 6, 7, 8. You had a certain timeline that child had to come in and take back off of you because this is your child. So when you and Bubba was together or you and Anne Marie was together and you had little Juju and little Juju was kind of sick, okay? But Juju was a fighter. That meant that was that part of you that was coming out of enslavement. Hey Tab, hey Zach. You see what I'm saying? That's that part of you that was coming out of that enslavement. So again, if you have always paid attention to, if you sitting here thinking and looking back, just think and look back. A lot of the time you always felt like you was always unaligned, like shit just wasn't in order. You, no matter how much you was trying to get there, you was either always late for something or too early. You was always feeling people's energy like, no, I don't want to do that shit. Something just wasn't right. It just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? You didn't feel it. You didn't like it. It was just an emotional moment for you. Then you knew. So now this man, he coming in, he gonna be your, okay, so let me get that part out. He's going to be a friend. All right? You're not gonna, you know, I know it's gonna say, y'all be saying, oh, I don't want no new friend. You ain't gonna have no option. You're gonna cling to him or he's gonna come up to you and it's gonna be okay. There is a certain type of contract that you have to do with this person. See, some of y'all not understanding that this person is very, very part of your growth, your spirituality. He is here to complete and honor, hear the word honor, this contract. For him, it is an honor to be in your energy, man. He's coming to help you face whatever you had to do. And it says, facing them now completes your soul. Hey, Amber, so whatever it is that he taught you, the 4 things he taught you, which is accountability. He taught you how to be a companion with yourself. He knew that you was heartbreaking. So he taught you how to be accountable for the shit you did in the relationship and to hold someone else accountable for the things that they did. Not for you to run back. You know what I'm saying? You only got 3 chances with somebody. The first time, shame on you. I mean, shame on them. The second time, shame on you. That person gets a 3rd time, and that 3rd time is for you to re-evaluate that relationship. Whether it's your friend, your parents, your lover, your siblings, a job, you need to sit back. Not just cut that shit off. You need to have learned the accountability of what you're holding this person for. Because now, Spirit done taught you, this man is coming in to teach you how it was to be a sibling. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got that. I don't have that at all. So I know that part may not be for me. Because I don't have a sister or brother in the world. I have half siblings that came towards me recently. You see what I'm saying? I knew I had them when I was a kid, but I ain't never seen them again. So recently, that came up to me. So for some of y'all, you may not have had brothers and sisters that you grew up with. Why? Because some of y'all could have been adopted. You see what I'm saying? And you may actually have brothers and sisters that you do not know about. Some of y'all confirmation. Some of y'all have siblings that are in other states and y'all just may not be talking. Okay, maybe there was a dispute or maybe some beef that y'all have not been communicating. You could be doing the same shit with your parents. This man is coming in to honor a contract. This contract is a soul connection on a spiritual level that you must, will, and are going to get 3 new beginnings. Not 1, not 2, 3. You will have, for some of y'all, because you're young enough to do it, you will have a new baby. Some of y'all will open up a new business. Some of y'all will get a new idea that will be the bomb. You understand? You will break a generational curse of some type with one of these new beginnings. You, whether or not you be the first person that graduate college, or whether you be the first person that's had a baby and you were married, you know what I'm saying? Certain things that people don't look at means a lot, that you break that generational curse. So say for instance, like for me, I'm giving an example. I can't use y'all because I don't know what y'all got going on. But for me, I was the first person in my family to do this. For 1. For 2, I was the first person in my family to make the type of clothes that I make. You understand what I'm saying? My own little business with the oils, the clothes. So I stepped out and I got new stuff that I do. My family don't do that. My family is not the first. I'm not the first one to open a business, but I'm the first one that does that type of business. See what I'm saying? And I am the first one I'm the only one of I'm the last of my generation. You see what I'm saying? I am the last of my mother's side. I am the last of my father's side. There is nobody after me. Now, my children are the generation, but remember, your children come from other fathers. And nobody ever pays attention to the fact that if you gave that child that father's last name, that is that father's lineage that's being carried on. But if your child has your last name, then your lineage will carry on. I have one child that has my mother's married name. The rest of them have their father's name. So what I did was I stayed married, or I kept that name because my children had it. But since I had a daughter with that name and a son with that name, I don't need to do that because they will keep their father's lineage going because he passed away. So I tried to make sure to be fair and equal when it came to leaving a responsible party. But because my daughter, children's fathers, one dad, got their last name, my daughter's last name won't go on. But it will go on through her brother. Because when her brother has kids, then that would be a lineage for his dad. So y'all have to pay attention to that. Maybe y'all didn't know that. When you have kids and you do not, at least one of them kids should carry your name as a mother to keep you going. Because otherwise he or she is carrying the father's name and he's keeping going. It's kind of sort of like, when they say your sons and your daughters have kids, them, that daughter, them your grandkids. Them your grandkids. Not saying that the sons are not, but the sons gonna have hell getting their children unless they meet a girl who is fair or she don't want the fucking kids. You see what I'm saying? Because she was having a kid to be with this person. And it's a lot of them that do that. So that is my that's what I'm saying by that. Okay? And I am the first one in my family that's married twice. So yeah. So nobody else did that because they were back in their time it was a different they had different when you back there in the 50s and the 60s and you get married, which I don't know how that shit go because I wasn't born to the 70s and I didn't get married to the end of the 1900s. So but anywho, there is something with you, a new beginning. Whether you get married, having a baby, getting a new home, there is some type of new beginning this year under the moon and the sun that you're going to receive. And you got somebody so deep in their feelings. They running back so they can have some sex with you so they can be a part of this new beginning. But the situation of they coming back because they thought you had this money and somebody tried to take one of your cards and go swipe that bitch and got a whole rude awakening. Somebody got such a rude awakening, the disappointment was disappointing because they thought they were going to cash in and they got cashed out. Why? Because everything is here. So look at what your past brought you that he gave you. Because for some of y'all, he like a brother. For some of y'all, he like an uncle. For some of y'all with a sibling, for some of y'all, he like a play brother or god brother. Okay? A nephew. Okay? A distant cousin that you look at as a sibling. So that person taught you. The problem was when you were the sibling, you might have witnessed a lot of domestic violence in your family. You see what I'm saying? Or you were a product from domestic violence in your family. Or you are in a domestic violence relationship. That means that you were one of these siblings. You see what I'm saying? So now that person was to teach you how to be a leader. That was that was you were supposed to learn. But they killed him because they burned his ass up. They didn't like that he was teaching you shit. He was tortured by fire. And this man came back. He kept coming back because he got to teach you how to be the highest of you. Right now you at a higher. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get your ass over here where you so high. Your purpose is very, very, very important. And slowly you going through it. Slowly. Slowly. So just remember, he died when he taught you accountability because it broke his heart that they wouldn't allow you to see him as a child. When he taught you what it was, they slandered his name so bad, saying he was teaching you how to be a concubine, when he was really teaching you how to be an independent person. To take accountability when you fucked up. Take accountability when you were wrong. Take accountability when someone did something to you. Be accountable for your actions. So they slandered him, and that took him out because he couldn't handle it. So he either was froze to death, he committed suicide because he couldn't handle it. So he died of a broken heart. So if somebody in your family suicide, or if you ever thought about suicide, now you know why. Okay? Like I said, if you were always trying to fuck with some fire, or if you was around a person that you had a lot of fires in your life, like example, you was a kid and you grew up, somebody was always standing by the barrier trying to get warm off the fire. You see what I'm saying? Or maybe your house caught on fire. Maybe you was always wanting to be a firefighter. If you always saw the fire trucks going by you. To this day, if you still hear a motherfucker going, you know what I'm saying? Your kid's born talking about, I want to be a firefighter. The man is in your system. The man is in your system. He was teaching you to be a leader. So, which gave you some type of physical limitation. Maybe you're a person that got carpal tunnel syndrome. Maybe you could braid hair and your hands and your wrists kind of fucked up. Maybe you was a person who used to do cheers and shit. Okay, you fell, you know, broke your tailbone a couple times. Maybe you done broke your arm once or twice. Maybe your ankle got sprung. Maybe you done broke your ankle. Maybe you done twisted that motherfucker. Something is slowing you down right now. Maybe you done got heart conditions. Maybe you got asthma really bad. Maybe you got lupus. Maybe you got fucking diabetes. Maybe you, whatever it is that is limiting you, the ability to have moved further than where you are. Maybe your mind be goddamn everywhere. Maybe you overthink. Maybe you overindulge. Maybe you smoke weed like a goddamn cigarette bar. Maybe you smoke cigarettes like a choo-choo train. Whatever it is, you overindulge in something. And now you're looking at it like, I really need to take accountability and I need to stop. I don't want to die from blah, 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 blah. God is throwing you the signs. Stop smoking. Somebody died from lung cancer. Check out your diet. Somebody had a heart attack. Start paying attention because he's coming back to show you. He's coming to help you. Once you got to remember, the first and foremost thing that y'all definitely got to remember is that you are the number 9. No matter what the fuck you look at, you are the wheel of fortune. You are the number of completion. The number 9 completes everything. That's why the number 10 is a start over. No matter how you do it, you've been through a relationship with somebody 5 times. 5 times 4 is 9. So if you've been through a relationship with somebody 4 times and they fucked up 4 times, that's over with, baby. Because by now you should be in your 5s. If somebody fucked up 5 times and you in your 4s, that's over with, baby. It does not matter how this situation went down. If you in your 30s and you done fuck with somebody 6 times, they just keep fucking up. And it's 6 times 6 and 3 is 9. No matter how this shit gonna go out, bro. If you take the time out to look at it, that is what's gonna take place. If you got friends and you've been friends with these people and every time you turn around, the same motherfucking ball is bouncing, the same broken bounces is bouncing. See, Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right now. He is coming to you, Deborah. He gonna be a fucking friend. You're not gonna understand. He could be a person at the hospital that could be helping you learn how to walk, rehabilitate. You won't know, but he's gonna know you. You see what I'm saying? Pay attention to the things I'm telling y'all. If you fuck around and you ride and you fuck around and you see a major car accident, like, god damn, pay attention. He is coming to honor your contract. This is a very, very serious contract. There are certain signs that's going to be like, you're going to be trying to tell this person something. Now, let me tell you how it is. The Scorpio, the Aquarius, the fucking Leo, and the Taurus. They are in your life for 3 things. This transformation has to happen with them. If you are around 3 Scorpios, please pay attention to your life. Because in that essence, something, I don't give a fuck how it's going to go. It is going to dramatically change. I have 4 Scorpios, okay? Technically I have 5. But let me show you what I'm saying. I have a Scorpio son that is home with me. I have a Scorpio daughter, which is his sister. What I just told you about the kids. I have 2 more, boy and girl. And I have another girl, okay? If you have 1 Scorpio around you, that's the start. You're going to always have a lot of changes. You're not going to be able to stay on track because Scorpio is constantly changing transformation. If you have Aquarius in your chart, pay attention. You're the most likely that Scorpio has Aquarius in the chart. You will always, or he or she may have air, but it's going to got to be Aquarius because Geminis don't change. They two-faced with Leo. Now, pay attention. If you have Aquarius anywhere and you need to check out your chart, anywhere, you're always trying to figure out how come something just don't stay the same once you started and it's always trying to change, or you always feel like you need to step up and do a new beginning. Hey, the big payback. You see what I'm saying? Pay attention to your motherfucking life, baby, because think back as I'm speaking to you. Hey, Jet, think back as I'm speaking to you. Think about your relationships. Think about your life, how it's been going. Think when I'm talking to you, like right fucking now. I'm telling you, you got a change that's going to be so detrimental that it is going to be drastic. And you're going to be like, oh my God, and you probably fucking cry. But it's not a bad thing. So hear me out. If you have a Scorpio around you, it takes 3 for this to happen. Please pay attention to the things around you, the people, the places, and the things. It is going to devastatingly change each and every single one of them because they involve you. Thank you, Jet. You see what I'm saying? When a Scorpio comes around, it immediately, and if you got Aquarius, okay, it's going to immediately ignite the fuel. You hear me? It's going to immediately ignite the fuel because Aquarius is the Fool card, which means there's a lot of change and rapid change. Rapid. All the time. Change with goddamn Aquarius don't never stop. That is a planet of Uranus. Uranus is the planet of change, constantly changing. 2, if you have another Scorpio to come around, there's going to be a death because the first one is already there. Second one is going to bring the transformation, which means somewhere along the way you're going to feel out of place. You're going to feel a distance from yourself. You're going to want to be alone. You're going to start feeling unprojected ass energy that you don't know why you feel this way. 1 minute you might feel okay. The next minute you're going to feel a little depressed. 1 minute you're going to feel happy. Next minute you're going to want to go do something. Next minute you're going to be thrown the fuck off. You're not going to be able to stay in tune because, again, you got 2 Scorpios with you. 2. You feel me? 2. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, baby. You see what I'm saying? You got 2. Pay attention to me. Please pay attention. And again, please pay attention to your chart, because Aquarius is going to bounce with this Scorpio. Because I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, that goddamn Scorpio number 1 has Aquarius in that chart. That last one that's coming along, that's going to, unfortunately, somebody may pass away. Somebody may pass away. So I need y'all to just pay attention. You're going to go through an immediate breakdown. You're going to go through, and it ain't going to be a bad breakdown, so don't go through the process. It's going to be the breakdown where you're going to have to be like, God damn. So now, let me say it like this. You're going to know it's starting to happen. You're going to have, if you have steps, you're going to have problems going up the steps. One of your knees going to hurt. One of your feet going to feel funny because you're standing on them too long. You ain't even going to be standing that long. This is a sign. Your bottom of your feet may be itching. Okay? Pay attention to this shit, because when it's coming in, everything is here. You need to pay attention because everything is here. It may not seem like it. Your transformation, this is finna be the goddamn transformation that I'm telling you. You finna, man, you a fucking bomb. I keep saying that shit to y'all. You a bomb. And you're a bomb with love. You're a bomb with love. So now they can't control it because it's a purpose. It's a purpose that you have to go in, because that love is finna bring that money. You're finna be like a fucking genie in a bottle. You see what I'm saying? You're finna be a genie. You're finna be a genie. When everything you touch turns to gold, pay attention. You got to go through a dramatic piece of hurt. You're finna go through a dramatic piece of hurt because somebody can't take that you throwing them, and then it's fucked up because they gonna come ask you why you threw me in the trash. And that's the first part of that Scorpio. That Scorpio is finna bum rush your ass with this type of woo. That's how that shit finna feel like. Just like that. You saw that flash? I'm telling you, you're finna be hit with some shit that's finna be like, well, damn. Why you throw me away? Why? And you gonna still be like, baby, I don't know. And the question still gonna remain. The answer still is, I can't give you. I still care. But I don't want to be hurt no more. By you like that. So now when they ask you why, they already got the answer. They got the answer. But the problem gonna be is that they can't come back because you in a whole deeper world, man. You are going deeper and deeper. You see all them emotions around you? That's all that fucking water. That's all that Scorpio. All that water. Baby, you finna go through a deep, deep transformation. So remember, if you fuck around and you get 2 Aquariuses and 2 Scorpios, please pay attention to that, because there is going to be a catch-22. Catch-22. You understand me? Scorpios, let me put it like this. It's like this. They don't push. They don't force. But you got to walk your way through this one, okay? You got to find balance in the darkness, because now you're finna open up your heart into the depths of a whole bunch of compassion, love, nurturing, caring, feeling. And now the problem with all of that is these people finna be so much in their feeling. They in their feeling because this is what you're showing them. This is what you're showing them. They see this. They can't help but to see this. You see that? But what I told you, everything is fine. Everything is right here. Everything is right here. Right here. So now, when he come in, he gonna show you what real motherfucking love looks like. He's coming to give you true love. I'm not talking about no sex. I'm talking about true love. He gonna show you true friendship. He's gonna show you true honesty. He's gonna give you some shit that's probably gonna make you cry. And a piece of you with the Scorpios being together, a piece of you is gonna die. It's gonna die so hard. Your ego gonna be so on the goddamn floor. You got to find your, you're gonna be humbled. He's gonna show you humbleality. And the best part about it, y'all, the best part about it, when he showed the fuck up, you're gonna know what marriage is supposed to look like, because you're gonna want to marry yourself. He gonna show you what real friendship looks like, because he gonna be your friend. It's gonna make you want a dog. It's gonna make you want a cat. It's gonna make you want a pet. A little small pet. You ain't gonna want nothing big. You want a little small pet. Just a little one. Something that can give you joy and happiness. Why? Because he's gonna teach you. Remember, he's taught you companionship. He's already taught you that. So there's a piece of you So now, while you were so busy being this, and the people around you was being this, now you're here, and now they want to talk to you about your motherfucking attitude. No, it's not your attitude. It's your growth. Okay? You are already here. You are the fucking earth. You embody every fucking body. You are the earth. You embody everybody. But that Scorpio has to make you uncomfortable to make you on point. Because remember, you got the power. You got the power. You about that money. You're a fucking pentacle. You are the money. That's why you gonna be the person that comes and make the wish. Because everything you touch is gonna turn to gold. But you gotta deal with this Scorpio. Now if you got Scorpio in your chart, which I don't, when you start throwing they bitch asses away, that's when it's going to feel like you wrong. But again, everything is here. Everything is here. So now, they going through their fucking feelings because you are experiencing everything with a passion. Not just, you know what I'm saying, your life is going through a death with the first Scorpio, which is all that fire. That's that passion. That water, your emotions going to get involved because you gradually are learning that you got to release, to let go. This is that's why I seen this yesterday. And I knew he been sending you shit. This is what he was sending you yesterday. And I wasn't understanding. I didn't relate. I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all. I kept seeing it, but I didn't see it. So yesterday, let me give it to you. Yesterday we got this card, and I was trying to figure out what that card meant. The few cards that came out yesterday, and I know when these cards come out, I know it means something. I know it means a little bit more than what I was seeing. Woo, that's the card right there, baby. That's the card right there. It was something about the parents. I ain't see that one yet. For some of y'all, hold on. Let me. I gotta get that card. That's the card that opens the door. There it is. All right. So yesterday, This transformation is coming because some of y'all, you got to forgive your parents. You got to forgive your parents. You got to forgive yourself. See what I'm saying? Yeah. See, yesterday was a very day of gifts. Whether they was flowers, balloons, candy, a ride, a friendly hospitality just gesture, intimacy, kids, marriage. Yesterday was a bunch of beginnings. And so, I know you are. And hold on, I'm about to go there. Okay? Yes, you did, Jet. You got a beautiful thing. You should have told your son, you should have sat down with your baby and made y'all a card. This is how I am. I don't like store-bought cards at all. Hallmark don't know me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hallmark don't know me, first of all. When my kids was kids and yours too, they was in the kindergarten, they was in the first grade, they was in pre-K, they wrote little cards to you. They put their hands on there. They gave you their little fingerprint. They gave you their little writings. Heidi, they gave you their little writings. They gave you their little wisdom, their thoughts. They put that shit on little posters. I got used to that. So when I meet people, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Your kids gonna be little only for a little time. And we constantly say, I'd be glad when this motherfucker grow up. And then when that motherfucker grow up, you terrified. Because now, you as a parent, 3 things is happening to you in your life. Again, Scorpio and Aquarius. A transformation is taking place with you. For one, you are the root of the problem, of the situation, all of it. You are the root because you are the parent. You don't know a goddamn thing about being a parent. You don't know how to be a mama, a daddy, an uncle, a cousin, a sister, a brother. You don't, even though you've been those people, you have wore that hat. You still don't know what the fuck to do because you have different children. You got 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and so on. Even if you just got one, you do not know what the fuck to do. You had to learn to cook. You had to learn to eat. Pay attention. You had to learn to eat. You had to eat them words. You had to learn how to do shit. You had to learn how... Stop playing with me, man. Didn't no book come out. You know, they got a book for everything. Oh. How you cook eggs? Did they tell you how to burn them motherfuckers? No. They just let you go through there and burn that shit, right? Oh, okay. How you change a diaper? They didn't tell you that shit was going to come back and throw it. All you need to do is dispose of it and do it a simple way and put it in a trash bag. No, they just told you that you can change the diaper like this. You don't know how to be nothing. Okay? You learn because God was putting that light on you. See that light? Coming down to show you some shit. Coming down to show you. Slowly. So now you got to look back. Because you remember, you got footsteps ahead of you. This is Jesus. Remember the picture, footprints. He got on the side where you didn't see but one set of footprints. As you grow, you look back at how you and your child was. Remember, you a parent. So now you got to look back at how your childhood was. How your childhood was. You see all the memories on the top? You see that little flower right there? Y'all grew together. You grew and learned together. And unfortunately, The outside world came in and destroyed that shit. That was the destruction. He was trying to prepare you for war by death. Gotta go that transformation. Your ego had to die. You got hurt. Why? Because you caught your daughter fucking. I'm sorry. You caught your son doing something else. Somebody had to go to juvenile. Somebody got in a stolen car. So now you got to learn how to handle and take your feelings and put them bitches in your pocket, because now at this point you are now having to do what he taught you how to do, was to be what? See the big picture. Right? Okay? Why? Because you had true love. No. You thought it was true love. You thought it was true love. You kept getting that star-crossed love. You kept getting that love with convenience. So at this point, you done bonded yourself emotionally with somebody that you think is the bomb. Okay? The bomb. You think this person is the shit. Why? Because this person has made you feel like the shit. Okay? Oh, he has a cute car. Oh, he thinks I'm cute. Oh. But you never had anybody to... You're looking back because there was nobody to ever teach you, taught you. Nobody taught you. Nobody showed you. Nobody told you when you became an adult, oh, you're going to have to take that bastard to court. Oh, nobody told you when you was an adult. Oh, don't go live with this person. Oh, nobody told you when you was a child. Oh, if you do this, such you're going to do that. Oh, nobody told you, don't give your virginity away until you get with the right person. Oh, nobody even told you about a fucking virginity. Oh, nobody told you about your cycle. Oh, nobody told you can get pregnant. Oh, but there are some of y'all who somebody did tell you and you just didn't process it. There was somebody who told you a little something. You just didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. Because sometimes people can tell you things and they just go over your head that it's so overwhelming. Hold on. Y'all see I have to go talk to Joe? Y'all see how Joe be acting? But that's another thing. Somebody is rowdy. And they upset. Somebody's very upset because it's not going their fucking way. You're not processing what they need you to process. You're not doing what they need you to do. Why? Because you're emotionally disattaching. That's what you're doing. This is what you're doing to your children. This is what you're doing to your friend. This is what you're doing to your damn self. This is what you're doing, unfortunately. This is what you're doing to everybody as you look back. As you look back, it's starting to hurt because you got to remember. That's not their vision. It's yours. You gotta do that. And it's hurting. It's hurting. Because they're starting to feel like you're throwing them in the trash. When in reality, you're not. But you have pacified them for so long. So long. Now you got to sit and break free. For some of y'all, you can't do it just yet. Or better yet, you're trying and it's hard. And it's hard because you're a mom. You're a dad. Your mom and dad. Your auntie, uncle, your brother and sister. You wore so many fucking hats. So this is not okay. But it's okay. Because it hurts to have to let go. Some of y'all, your parents are already gone. And you have very little memory because you really didn't know shit about your mom or your dad. Or you don't even know them. Again, some of y'all are adopted. And you still got questions. Why? What happened? Tell y'all something. 2 of my kids, I had to make a decision on. And I was little, so I had so many kids that when it came down to 2 particular children, I had to let them. Yeah. I saw them as they got older, but I didn't want to tell them who I was. So I just let them think my friend was who she is. You know what I'm saying? So because we was together in that way, I was good. And I'm happy with the decision I made, but in the same breath, I'm not. Because it's like I saw them grow up way in a different format that I had to look at myself. Like, damn, where did she go that I didn't? Which way should I have went? And I looked at it is that the fact is a lot of times she was by herself. That journey she took with those babies and her babies was by herself. You understand what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So let me say it to y'all like this. Sometimes you're not even realizing that you are the third party to your children, to the schools, to the daycares, to the nursery, to the doctor's office. You are the third party. They are the third party. Why? Because when your sons meet girls, you are now the third party. When your daughters meet boys, you are now the third party. When your nieces and your nephews bring in friends, family, that they are not immediate, you are now the third party. When your son take his teacher or your daughter take her teacher a card or a gift, you are now the third party. You have bought the third party gifts because you are appreciating them. You are appreciating them for taking time with your baby. You see what I'm saying? You don't even realize sometimes that you be doing third party shit and you the best third party it is. You understand what I'm saying? So the true independence comes from within, y'all. Free yourself from emotional reliance on others. And what that is telling you, let me tell y'all something. I am an Aquarius moon. So when y'all, I do aqua readings. I like doing aqua readings because it's an elaborating reading. Okay? Let me say it like this. For those of y'all that are dealing with an Aquarius, whether it's a son, a daughter, a boyfriend, a baby dad, a baby mama, a girl, whatever, January Aquarius is a hell of a lot different like February Aquarius. A February Aquarius will distance you, will cold turkey you, and come back like a Sagittarius, like nothing happened. but you can fold them a little bit better. You see what I'm saying? Which means you could adapt to them a little bit better. January Aquarius is, they'll open up and shut down in the same breath. But for those of y'all that do not know, they are one of the sensitive signs that we have in the zodiac. So if you as a Virgo been wondering why you sensitive in certain areas, why you feel like certain things, especially if you have air as your moon sign, and one of them, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, you feel that way because Aquarius is a very sensitive sign. So if you have children and your children go around, Scorpios are the same way, very sensitive sign. That's why they can instantly become a very cold by nature sign. So just pay attention. As they say, Scorpios can steal the stink off shit, as they say. Aquarius is a little bit more drastic. You know what I'm saying? They a little bit more drastic. They won't. Their rebelliousness is horrible, and their cutoff is worse. So if you've gotten away from an Aquarius in a relationship, stay away. But they can be very loyal friends. They can. Don't take it no further than that. I advise. So I don't know if a lot of y'all know your element. Confirmation. I don't know if a lot of y'all know your element, but you need to learn it. Learn your element. Because as an earth sign, you control a specific element of the earth. I control air. If you have Libra in your chart, in your first three, okay? Libra, no matter what it is a biased sign. It has to have balance, structure. And if it doesn't, they tend to be an asshole. Because they throw the fuck off. So is Aquarius. Which usually they have us in the chart. Okay? So, if you have Libra, Geminis are a tad bit different. They tend to be thrown the fuck off by themselves. They don't need no help. But Libra and Aquarius are a route. They are something. They are predictable. But then if you fuck with them in a essence, February Aquariuses, they will. February Aquarius is very unpredictable sign. January Aquariuses, they are very predictable. You will know they have a sign. They have a level of where they're going and how they're doing it. You see what I'm saying? They will tell you, okay, we need to be here at this time. Very structured, very punctual. Okay? If they're going to do something, they will not say shit to you. February, they won't say shit. They'll just up and go do it and then come back and tell you some other shit like, I'm going to go run over here and do this right quick. Joe. Joe. Joe being confrontational with me right now. And Joe is clarifying in the reading. But that's how they are. So y'all, listen to me. Every sign has a hell and a null. Okay? I don't mind breaking them down to you. But let me say it like this. This is why I tell y'all, be mindful. Because that disattachment hurts. Your element can only be water. Your sign is earth. But your element. Well, no. No, D, no. Every sign won't do that. Like, I know I've never, it's the person. It's not necessarily the sign. It's the person. Because you have some Sagittarius that will not sleep with your family and friends. They'll go fuck off on you. They will not cheat with your family and your friends. Even if that person comes on to them, they will turn them down. Real Sagittarius, 100 Sagittarius, yes. They can be assholes. They can be fuckable to anything and anybody. But when it comes to family and friends, no. It's the person. People have to be taught morals, respect, structure. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't fuck my, let me say it like this. There are certain men and women, like, I know, personally know Aries and Geminis, and I know a fucking Scorpio that don't mind fucking behind their parents. I know, and see, that's disrespect to me. You know, I ain't judging nobody, but to me, that is a line of disrespect that that's some BS to its finest. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not into having dilly dallies with your partners. I don't want to fuck with your parents. I'm not into that shit there. You know what I'm saying? There's just a certain structure and discipline, respect for yourself need be, but that had me lost for words. I don't even have a comeback for nothing like that. I wouldn't know when my friend's mom, well, she ain't my friend no more, but, well, yeah, her sister is, but when my friend's mom told me that my friend got 2 kids with her old man, and the sister was down with it, man, you got me totally, you know what, we're no longer friends. No. Because that birds of a feather flock together. I don't flock with nobody. Especially no shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? I wish like hell my mama was here right now. I would know how to respect her in a different format. But you know, you have to learn to even disattach from the dead. My son, I miss my son so much, y'all, and my daughter. But I know I gotta let them go. I know they always with me because shit, I can look at my face. They me. You know what I'm saying? That part of me. So, you know, just, and I'm not a person that calls people. Like, I'm not a phone person. You understand what I'm saying? As I got older, I don't want to sit on the goddamn phone all day and talk about why this stupid motherfucker did this or why this dumbass bitch did that. But I like to hear people vent so they can release it from them. It's like I'm a therapist or some type of shit. But I know it was good for me. So I want to share and help somebody else. So, you know, I get my children, with my daughter, she always like, Mama, you don't never call me. Mama, you don't never call me. What the fuck I'm going to say? I text you. Hey. But that's because, and y'all got to look at that part for you. If you're a person that just don't like talking on the phone, you know why you don't like talking on the phone? Because no one ever shared the time to get interest in what you like. See, we all go through this moment of letting go because I do try, Amber. We are all different in that way, but when you grow up and you've never had, like, sit down in a conversation and talk to your mom or your dad about how their life went as a child so that you could process how it is, and maybe you can see where you might have got, like, anxiety, where you may have got, like, panic attacks, or why you got claustrophobia, or why you might have migraines. There's nobody, generationals, they didn't do that. Like, my mama was afraid to talk to me. But I'm sitting here 13 years old having a fucking kid, and instead you would have talked to I wouldn't have had this kid, or would I? You understand what I'm saying? I I throw that at myself every fucking day. If you would have, you would have, you would have. So how can I say something to somebody that nobody said something to in the first place? Forgive your parents. That's where you got in the essence of forgive me, Father, for I know not what I do. We pray and we pray and we pray for our kids, but sometimes we don't even acknowledge that our kids are the ones taking accountability for those kids that are taking accountability for the shit that they do. And we may be like, baby, don't do that, or baby, don't do it. We so sheltered over our children because that's all we got. When that's all you got, it's hard for you to do this. When that's all you know, it's hard for you to do this. This is why men can come in and play on your quote unquote emotional attachment, because some of them do things and it's sometimes, and people don't pay attention because you're not looking at this guy as your son, but he does things mentally and mindfully, maybe like your son, your grown son. Or when your son was growing up and you start to see things like, damn, my son used to do that. You are not putting this person in these shoes. Even you may see some shit your daughter do and be like, damn, I used to do that. She got that from me. You know what I'm saying? This is why it says the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So when your kids be going around telling y'all that they crazy, y'all crazy, and y'all doing this and y'all doing the most, you need to say that shit so loud and proud, baby. You remember that apple. Remember that apple. So when you want to know how you look when you were a teenager, just add a little spice to it, because remember there is a masculine or a feminine that has a different part of you right there. You know what I'm saying? Meaning it's just not you. That daddy, or there may be a mom that's there, but look at yourself. That's the child that would sometimes do the shit you wouldn't do, would say the shit you wouldn't say, would react the way you wouldn't react. You see what I'm saying? So disattaching is hard. It's going to be really hard. Because now you're trying to figure out, you want them to go out there, but you don't want them to get fucked up. You don't want them to get jumped on. You don't want to call a hospital call. You're scared and you're nervous about the goddamn deal. No, baby. And they don't want to tap into their shit. So, yeah. They don't want to tap into their shit. They're afraid to learn about it. Until somebody bring that shit in. Oh, well, yeah. My son did not like I did tarot cards. He would not talk to me. We got into a big-ass altercation. Oh, but when his friend got into it, same birthday, he called her twin. And when his friend got into it, oh, yeah. So I started saying some shit. I was like, yeah, you got to watch out who you're around. You got to watch out who you're around. You understand what I'm saying? Got to watch out who you're around. You know what I'm saying? Because people will come in and project they are untogether ass self onto you. And then you sitting there with the, why ain't I prioritizing? Why ain't I prioritizing? I'm supposed to be here to do this. I'm supposed to be doing that. I'm supposed to be doing this. And then you find yourself somewhere sitting around trying to emotionally repair your feelings. Why? Because you collaborated with a motherfucker who had not emotionally repaired their feelings. About that. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. Okay? Thank you for tuning in, because now it's time for you to fix this. And that's why he's coming. He's coming to fix this. Man or woman, he's coming to fix this. So take time, Virgos. Don't push somebody away because you don't know who it is that's coming. And it's time for you to release these unnecessary husbands and wives and boyfriend and girlfriend, because bruh is coming in. I'm telling you, you don't release them, they're going to be removed. If you don't release them, they will be removed. Because some of these people are in these relationships with y'all because you got money, you smart, you can keep a household, you can be financially stable. Wrong reasons. They don't want to be alone. They'll do whatever you want them to do, need them to do, and all of that shit. They cannot mentally help you because they throw the fuck off. You too far here and they too far here. This is why he's coming. Because the contract you got with so many people have to be completed. I was thinking he was the Grim Reaper at first, y'all, but confirmation. Woo! That might... I'm sorry, Joe. Confirmation again. Pay attention. Confirmation. I'm going to see y'all in a minute, okay? Love you. Later. Joe, I told you I can't.